Most gardeners think August is where the garden goes to die. I used to think that too. But here's the truth. August isn't the end of your growing season. It's your second in spring. And if you play it right, it can be even better than the first one. Last year, my own garden beds looked just like that photo on the left by mid-August. I almost gave up. But 5 weeks later, those same beds were full. Kale, carrots, beets, more food than I knew what to do with. Today, I'm giving you 35 crops you can plant right now to get that same result before the first frost hits. But before we start, don't let the white butterflies fool you. Those pretty little bugs flying around your garden right now are dropping bombs on your future harvest. I'll show you exactly how to stop them before this video ends. And stick around for crop number 17. Most people think it's a spring-only vegetable. In August, it actually turns 10 times sweeter. You'll want to see that one. Now, here's what's stopping most people from planting in August. 2 big myths. Myth 1. It's too hot for seeds to survive. Not true. The air is hot, yes. But we don't need to cool the air. We just need to cool the soil. A little deep watering and some shade cloth, and your seeds germinate just fine. I'll show you the exact trick in a minute. Myth 2. The days are getting shorter, so nothing will grow. Also not true. Yes, you're losing a little daylight. But the soil is still warm from summer, and warm soil grows roots faster than the cold, slow soil you get in spring. You're actually starting ahead, not behind. Here's my honest take. I made both of these mistakes my first year. I waited too long because I believed the heat would kill everything. It didn't. The waiting is what almost killed my harvest. One more thing before we dig in. I know you're watching this from all over the country, so wherever you garden, I've got you covered. Zone 5, Zone 9. I'll call out timing for your zone as we go through every single crop. Let's start with the crops that love this warm soil right now. Bush beans, summer squash, cucumbers, carrots, and beets. These are smart. They love the heat to germinate, but they finish growing once the air cools down in September. So you get the best of both seasons in one crop. Here's a trick almost nobody talks about. I call it the board trick. When you sow carrot seeds in August heat, lay a wooden board flat over the soil for 5 days. It traps moisture underneath and keeps the soil from drying out between waterings. Do this, and you'll get almost 100% germination, even in a heat wave. Here's another one for you, vertical shading. If you're planting small seeds like carrots or beets, try tucking them right under your tall corn or okra stalks. The tall plants throw shade on the soil during the hottest part of the day, keeping it cooler for those tiny seeds underneath. It's a simple space trick that does double duty. Quick win for tonight. Go grab a scrap piece of wood from your garage. That's literally all you need for the board trick. One of you commented last week saying your bean seeds kept drying out before they could sprout. This is exactly the fix. Moisture control, not less heat. But if you have limited space, the next group of crops is a total game changer. Stop. Before we get to the next 10 crops, 90% of you are making one mistake that kills August seeds instantly. It's not the heat in the air, it's soil temperature. Soil that's too hot won't let seeds germinate at all, no matter how much you water. Here's the fix. Lay a light mulch blanket, like straw, right over your seed rows. It's like sunscreen for your soil. Some gardeners also use an ice water trick, dropping a few ice cubes near the seed line during the hottest part of the day to bring the soil temperature down just enough to trigger germination. And while we're on the topic of protecting your seedlings, this is also when pests attack hardest. A simple row cover over your new seedlings blocks cabbage moths and aphids before they even land. It takes 1 minute to set up, and it can save your entire planting. Now, Now, here's where it gets exciting. This next group actually gets better the colder it gets. Kale, Swiss chard, collards, spinach, broccoli, cabbage, and kohlrabi. Here's the science in plain words. A light frost turns the starches in these plants into sugar. That's not a guess, that's basic plant biology. The plant is protecting itself from the cold, and sugar acts like natural antifreeze. If you've only ever eaten grocery store carrots or kale, you haven't tasted a frost-kissed one yet. The cold turns the starch into pure sugar. It's like candy from the earth. Here's a space-saving hack I use every year: interplanting. Right now, your tomato plants are probably slowing down anyway. Plant these greens in their shade. As your tomatoes finish up and come out, the greens take over that same space. You get 2 harvests from one bed. I'll label these clearly as we go. Some are frost hardy, meaning they can handle a hard freeze with no cover. Others are only frost tolerant, meaning they need a light cover once temperatures really drop. Want a hidden gem most channels never mention? Try kohlrabi. It's an odd-looking vegetable, but it grows fast, loves cool weather, and most home gardeners have never planted one. It's an easy way to try something new this fall. One more trick, especially for your spinach: pre-chill the seeds. Put them in a damp paper towel in your fridge for 24 hours before you sow them. It tricks the seed into thinking fall has already arrived, and it speeds up germination dramatically. If you commented last time asking why your spinach never sprouted in warm soil, this pre-chilling trick is your answer. Now, if you're watching this thinking, I've already missed my chance, this next group is for you: radishes, arugula, bok choy, mustard greens, lettuce, and cilantro. These are the fastest crops in the whole list. Some are ready to harvest in as little as 30 days. Think of this as your low-risk starting point. Plant these first, see a win in just a few weeks, and it'll give you the confidence to try everything else on this list. Compare a radish planted today to one planted back in April. The August one grows noticeably faster thanks to that warm soil pushing root growth. Zone 5 gardeners, get these sprinters in the ground by August 10th to be safe. Everyone else, you've still got a little more room to work with. All right, it's time. Crop number 17 on our list is spinach. Most people only think of spinach as a spring crop, but planted in August with that pre-chilling trick I just showed you, it grows into some of the sweetest, most tender spinach you'll ever taste, thanks to that frost sugar effect. Spring spinach doesn't even come close. So there you have it, 35 crops split into 3 simple groups: heat-tolerant starters to plant right now, frost lovers that get sweeter as it gets colder, and 30-day sprinters if you're short on time. Here's the truth, though. You don't need to plant all 35. Pick just 5 from this list today, and your future self will thank you when November rolls around. Now, remember those white butterflies I mentioned at the start? Those are cabbage moths, and they lay eggs that turn into the caterpillars eating holes through your new fall seedlings. The row cover trick I showed you earlier is your first line of defense. But there's a full system I use to keep pests off my fall garden completely. So now that you know exactly what to plant, you need to know how to protect it. Click this video right here to see my full organic pest control routine for fall. Before you go, comment your zone number below. Tell me where you're gardening, and I'll make sure my next video covers exactly what you need.